Hi, I'm Marcus Fairs, and I'm here with Alfredo Haberli, who's just designed a new sofa collection for Andreu World. Hey Alfredo, hi, how are you?
Thank you, fine.
And where are you?
I'm now here in my studio in Zurich, where I work as a designer since many, many years.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you become a designer in the first place, and when was that?
Like maybe you know, I grew up in South America, Argentina, and I moved to Switzerland, where I then, after 4 years of architecture, I started to study industrial design. And I did my degree 91, and then I opened my studio the day after. So next year will be 30 years of running my studio.
Tell me a little bit about Andreu World, Alfredo. What is the brand, and if somebody hadn't heard of them before, how would you describe them?
What's nice, it's a family company, and this you feel in the soul of the company. We had from the first second on a very intimate relationship together. We have the same vision. It's very nice to work them. The technical department is fantastic. Exactly in the case of Giro, I sent some drawings one-to-one, and we immediately started by working on prototypes in scale one-to-one, which makes us designer, it's the most beautiful things to work. Of course, you go very often there, you have to travel, you have to see it, you have to sit on it, but it's so wonderful because you see exactly what you can change, how it improve, and to have the same opinion, to have even the trust from them to our ideas. This is lovely.
Tell us about Giro then. What is the sofa all about? What is the design idea?
Giro, it's a modular system of sofas. It consists on few items that you can compose together. What you also see very, very good in this picture is the massive wood legs. This is a new feet in a way, and it's very architectonical. Here you see the other legs, aluminium structure, which you can have polished or painted in black. Here you see two elements composed to one sofa. Very simple, very archaic, very reduced. Interesting also on the ergonomic, it's extremely comfortable to sit on it, to work on it, to relax on it. Here you see a top view with a simple sofa, straight one, and one like curved. What you also see, it's a table, occasional table that you can work and move it to you. Again, another image which shows very, very clearly the lightness of the sofa. It's like flying in a way with these very reduced feet. These are some images that explain and show the idea of Giro Soft.
And these wooden legs that you describe as like sledges, where did that idea come from? They're quite a statement, aren't they?
The idea came because in a dream I wanted to have the same material than the floor, but I cannot come up with 30 different materials like in stone, in marble, in wood. So we decided at the end to do it in wood. But the idea was to use the same material than the floor, because it makes it even more transparent in a way and more architecture than design.
And when you designed it, did you have particular uses in mind? Is it designed for the home or for the office or for the airport or for hotel lobbies? Do you have a concept of where this might be used?
I always, when I start working, I have the image, where will I use it? And in this case, it was more the bigger spaces than the smaller one, to use it as an architect element to divide big spaces. Of course, I was thinking on hotel, but I was also thinking on airport. I was thinking on offices, on semi-public spaces where maybe you have to also architecture-wise to divide the space.
And why is the sofa called Giro?
Giro came, it's Italian, which means making like a curve kind of, and it comes from the end part of it, where you have this higher level of the back that comes down to the sitting, just this curve, the Giro d'Italia, you know, it means like a curve, yeah.
Has the sofa been launched already? What is the plan to launch the sofa?
We are now confronted with this new situation. We are We don't have a fair so far in mind that we will show it, but we are ready to show it. So we will communicate it through new medias. But again, it's not so easy because what exactly you want, it's to touch the fabric. You want to sit on it, see the comfort. Everything else we can explain through new medias, but not the sitting, not the ergonomic, and not the comfort. So I think for us, it's a big challenge to do that. But we are not alone. So we will see how we can reach architect, how we can reach designer, private people, to see this sofa. So we are also exploring new way of presenting finished items.
Now, of course, the last few months we've all been in this coronavirus situation. Does your sofa respond to that in any way? Has it been configured as a response to what's happened in the world, or is it something that has an enhanced use because of the situation?
Yes, we are in this period, very strange period. When we started, of course, nobody was thinking on that. But at the meantime, I have to say it fits perfectly because it's easy to clean. It gives you the opportunity of having enough distance in between the people. And I think these two elements are essential for the future of the offices or elements, the spaces that we have to create new. But it was not mentioned to do that. It was not the brief. We didn't talk about that not any second, yes.
And in general, how has the pandemic affected your work, both the way you work in your studio and the kinds of work, the types of work that you're doing?
It was a lot written about. We are still in process. We are discussing a lot. And what I see and what I'm pretty sure that will change is the way we will work. I mean, we already in Switzerland, in this case, concrete a lot of big offices, insurance, banks, etc. The employees, they came back to the office, but they are maybe for 3 days until 5 days in the office, and 2 they do homework. And all this shift to create less people in the offices, that will affect the buildings, that will affect the way of working. To commute every day, it's a lot of waste of time in a way. Even if you try to work, if you try to make the time you are on the train and the metro efficiency, we save a lot of time by not traveling commute from one point to the other, from home to the office. So I think this is adding value to the free time, adding value to yourself, and people and the offices and the companies realize that we are able even to do it at home. Of course, for certain professions that work with computer, not everyone, but that is clear. But I think this will change, not immediately now we have some changes, but maybe in 3-5 years we will have clearly shift a movement. I'm working with Andreu World and totally new approach, having this as a feedback, as a background. And it's very interesting because we are now really doing research, and it needs some time to make mind clear and to come up with new items. It's not about dividing plexi, I think it's even more, but it will come also at home. How do we work? At the moment we just work on the table, dinner, just behind the kitchen, but do we want, if we really have 2 days working, and if we are really working several days at home, we need then immediately more ergonomic items at home. We don't want to see all the time our offices at home or home offices. So that I would like to do it more homey in a way. So something will go back. We open the studios. We don't have walls at the moment now, but it's a problem to not to have these walls. So I think we go a little bit back, but we will not have cubic offices like it was in the 60s, 70s. That for sure not. But it will change. So it's a lot to do still.
So Alfredo, it's been great speaking to you. Great to see you, and best of luck with the launch of Giro Soft.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.